it all starts with understanding where the customer believes their problems are, and then having our own backup of being able to give them a view that maybe this is where your problems are, but also think about this from this other perspective. For instance, in benchmarking, sometimes we think problems are over here, but they're not. So the first thing we have to do is make sure that we not only have what the customer believes their problems are, but also a perspective of where some other problems might be that they don't see yet. And so once we have our arms around the problems, then what we need to do is get a consensus with the group that's ultimately going to have to do something about it, that is the problem, and getting their fingerprints on it, if you will, so that they believe it. In fact, they make it their own. Like when we do metrics work, for instance, we pass the goals of the corporation to the people who have to do this work. But they set the metrics. They have to understand, what does it take to cause this goal to happen, based on my own experience. So for instance, a lot of the ways that metrics fail in companies, because every company has metrics, but a lot of times they just kind of die, or they're the flavor of the month. The way they fail is that people are given these metrics, and then this is another piece of their job they have to do on top of their real work. If instead you tell them, okay, here's the goals we have to achieve. We have to make this project successful. We have to get this initiative going, cut these costs, whatever it is, you pass them the goal, and then you say, okay, based on your experience, what does it take to have this happen? And so what causes the goal to happen? And then they set their metrics around that. At that point, there's no longer any problem with buy-in, because they can't say, well, those were the wrong metrics. I set them.